To jumpstart your Yunara journey, let's talk about 5 tips that are going to help you out. So for tip number 1, level 1 is a cheat code. Yunara's extended trading power is cracked. If you hit the wave 6 times to stack up your Q, you can hit an enemy champion, which will give you the 8th stack, and then you can instantly hit Q and go for a very long trade. And you win most trades this way at level 1. So really the name of the game is don't shy away from any trades as long as you have your Q active. During those 5-second windows, just feel free to go at it to the opponent. It's also not incorrect to just hit an enemy champion 4 times and then go for your Q, and then you just have your lethal tempo all stacked up and you just deal so much damage between Q and lethal tempo. And you should do this throughout the lane. Just look for these extended trades and you'll be dominating your lane. For tip number 2, your Q autos are built different. Whenever Yunara does her auto attack, there's a wind-up animation, which is an animation that locks your character in place while you do the auto attack, and then you can input a movement command so you can cancel the animation. However, when you use your Q ability, your wind-up is significantly lower. You can pretty much just auto-kite instantly, which will make you a complete mobile menace already at level 1. So like, it really goes in synergy with how good this Q ability is. Just make sure to use it as an auto-attack reset though. So for tip number 3, your ultimate really affects your cooldown timer. Pay attention. If you cast your W before you use your ultimate, then the cooldown of your W is going to be reduced to 2 seconds only. So you can go W into ultimate, and then you wait 2 seconds, and then you'll have the laser W ready for you. And with E, it's even better. So you can get the movement speed, then you use your ultimate, and you have the instant access to the dash. Sometimes in the case of solo queue, you'll just find yourself out of position. Just make sure to use that E for movement speed, ult, and then dash away, and you'll be safe in no time. You don't even need to use your flash, which is amazing. For tip number 4, combos. Let's talk about a bunch of them. So your basic trade is going to be to stack up your autos, and once you have your Q available, you want to make sure that you auto on an enemy champion, and then you Q for the instant damage, and then you just keep kiting with Q, and you keep chasing the opponents as much as you wish to extend the trade. So auto and Q for the reset. You can also use your ultimate as an auto attack reset since it just activates Q as well. However, a lesser known thing is that your dash is also an animation cancel. So if you use your RE next to a wall, you cancel the dash animation so you can input the extra auto attack. So it could go something like auto, R, auto, RE, auto, which looks like this at full speed. Another combo that you can consider is use E for the movement speed into ultimate, and then use your RE for the dash and use the RW for the laser damage. You can also use RE and RW together, and you can flash with it, so you can position your RW in a way your opponents won't expect. And then in regards to squeezing in any extra Ws or dashes, just try to build around these combos and you're going to completely nail it. All right, so if you're still with me, let's talk about builds for the last tip. Cull is a must buy. Whenever Yunara uses Q, she's going to heal for 3 times the number of minions that are hitting, or enemy champions. So you just want to keep Cull in your inventory as much as you can because it's going to be a source of lifesteal. So you can heal up between waves and between fights, or just during the fights themselves. It can be a really good tool to have. For the first item, there's a lot of items that will have interesting win rates, but I think that a lot of it is kind of inflated because you'll have players that have played more Yunara that are experimenting with different builds, but mostly it should come down to Yuntal versus Kraken Slayer. Yuntal is a better option late game when you're at full build. However, Kraken Slayer has a much easier build path, and it's a better item spike until your 3rd item where you'll be dealing even damage. Kraken Slayer has a stronger first item spike, and she also has a really neat interaction with the Q, where the Kraken Slayer passive is applied to the whole queue. If you can afford the BF sword, just go Yuntal most often, and it will probably win you more games than going for Kraken Slayer. Building Infinity Edge 2nd into Lord Dominic's 3rd can be an interesting option if the enemy team has a lot of armor. However, if that's not the case and you're going up against a squishier team, you can also opt to go Phantom Dancer or Runan's Hurricane. Runan's is the most bought item for the 2nd slot. It feels good because it has better wave clear, but Phantom Dancer's stats are just really good. When you team fight with this item, you feel so good. I'd say don't overrate the Runan's passive a lot. It's good, but for those games where you need to kite out enemy assassins or whatever, Phantom Dancer is usually going to be a good pickup. Some pros have also been buying Navori, which can give you an extra dash during your ultimate if you still have the uptime to hit, but I think between Runans and Phantom Dancer, these two items should be a better option. If you want to go more in depth on Yunara, you can also visit my Mobifier guide. It's currently the most seen one for Yunara, so maybe there's some stuff in this guide that can help you out that you can look for in more depth than what I'm explaining in this video. Thank you so much for watching. I usually stream on Twitch. You can also hang out on the Discord. All the links all down below. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.